In the Eden story, in reality, Eve was the consort of Satan, whose union produced Cain. Cain's descendants, in turn, were the Anunnaki, gods who came to earth in Genesis 6. Lawrence Gardner declares the demonic lineage of Cain. According to the dragon tradition, the importance of Cain was that he was directly produced by Enki, Satan, and Ava, Eve, so his blood was 3/4 Anunnaki. His half-brothers Hevel and Satanael, better known as Abel and Seth, were less than half Anunnaki, being the offspring of Ateba and Ava, Adam and Eve. Genesis 6:1-3. That the sons of God saw the daughters of men that they were fair, and they took them wives of all which they chose. And the Lord said, My spirit shall not always strive with man, for that he also is flesh, yet his days shall be 120 years. There were giants in the earth in those days, and also after that, when the sons of God came in unto the daughters of men, and they bare children to them, the same became mighty men which were of old, men of renown. Jehovah created Eve, that the Lucifer Spirit SAMAEL united with her, but that he was ousted by Jehovah and forced to leave her before the birth of her son Cain, who was thus the son of a widow. Osiris. The son of the widow is acclaimed by Masonic authorities to be Osiris reincarnated in Horus in the legend of Hiram Abiff, which is reenacted by Master Masons in their initiation to the 3rd degree. The men who are initiated into the 3rd, Master Mason, degree of Masonry, impersonate Cain when they are symbolically buried and raised from the dead in a mock funeral and resurrection. The sons of Cain were thrust out of the temple which they had built, as their father, Cain, had been driven from the garden which he had tilled. This Hiram felt to be an outrage and an injustice, so he applied himself to prepare the means whereby the sons of Cain might rend the veil and open the way to God for whosoever will. Nimrod, Semiramis, Tammuz. As an expression of Virgo in the ancient civilization of Egypt, the goddess Isis represents a similar principle on the astral plane for, like the Virgin Mary, she bore Horus through magical incantations instead of in the normal way. Osiris represents Nimrod, whose plan to unite mankind in a revolt against God failed. Genesis 10:11, Semiramis was Nimrod's mother, who became his wife and bore Tammuz as the reincarnation of Nimrod. Isis, sister of Osiris, who became his wife, bore Horus as the reincarnation of Osiris. Osiris became a type of victory over death because he was resurrected and reincarnated in his son, Horus. In ancient Egyptian mythology, Osiris did represent death and resurrection. His was the first resurrection, the first raising. His child Horus was the son of the widow, Isis. Isis was worshipped as both virgin and mother, but not as a virgin mother. The worship of most major goddesses emphasized their essential femininity by dividing it up into 3 main aspects, each representing the life cycle of real women. First, there is the virgin, then the mother, then the crone. All 3 are also linked to the new moon, the full moon and the dark side of the moon. So Isis or Semiramis had 3 stages of life: mother, wife, widow, from the same god, deity. So for occultists, both the son of the widow and the dead father are the same. In deep meaning, their gods are now in pit prison, either in prison at Orion, Sirius, in another dimension, inside Earth, dead by dreaming. So they are waiting for the resurrection of their fisher king, son of widow.